I've played a couple decks this expansion that exploited Rogue's abundance of bounce effects, but today we're doing it with Lor'themar Theron, a 7-mana legendary minion that doubles the stats of all minions in our deck. So our goal is to replay the Lor'themar Theron as many times as possible, so that our minions have 4 times their stats, or 8 times their stats. As big as we can possibly get them. And of course, once we've made all the minions in our deck huge, we want them to help us swing the game back in our favor. So I've got a couple Rush Lifesteal minions with Ziliax and Audio Medic. We've also got the Remixed Musician, which can have one of 4 effects go along with its Rush. Sometimes it's Lifesteal, sometimes it's something else. And we've also got Festival Security, a 3-mana 2/5 taunt with a finale effect that forces all enemy minions to attack this minion, which ends up being a pretty effective board clear once this thing gets some buffs. Lor'themar Theron against Priest? Don't have Dark Bishop Benedictus. Don't do it. Nice, that is the correct start of game card.
Are you feeling under pressure?
I did play this matchup once before. I'm trying to remember what happened. Pretty sure I lost. Oh, I got Astalord multiple times. That's what happened. Why don't you have Divine Shield? That was the good one here. Whatever. Not worried about getting value out of this card against Priest. God, my hand is already so good. Oh man, I'm scrolling through the replay of the last time I played this matchup. And I actually drew... That game, I drew, like, the worst possible sequence of cards. It was actually unreal. Kidnap against Priest. Probably not especially good. We'll just take a mic drop. I guess my curve is just Talon into Krakatoa into Lor'themar Theron. Light It Burns is strong. Hopefully Talon doesn't get, like, silenced or something.
This is not what we stood for. Armor! Armor! I see his armor. I ain't fucking.
That could have been a disaster. Talon is not going to die here, so no Krakatoa, unfortunately. Probably do need to go ahead and play this mic drop. As much as I would love to hold it for some buffed minions. What a good pair of cards. Dreadful Concoction is, like, quite okay here. I guess Bubbling Concoction's very good. Let's just do both. Alright, cool.
The caress of death is not gentle.
That's not a good Shadow Step, right? Am I missing something? Isn't that, like, one of the worst cards to ever Shadow Step? I think my opponent definitely has trauma from a rogue that Theatard their Vision of Darkness. That's the only explanation. Don't hit my Lor'themar Theron. You absolute buffoon. That is a good Holy Nova. Break Nance on Lor'themar is super, super good here. I guess I'll play this just for fun. That's 2 Lor'themar down.
Who here can spell Zinjari? Anybody?
Honestly, against Vision of Darkness, if they just keep generating, like, Shadow Word Rune, this matchup is super, super losable, even with a bunch of Lor'themar Thurons.
Pick me! Pick me!
That's insanely unlikely. What the hell? 3 shots on 1 target. Alright, well, this is up to 248. 8 times the stats on all my minions. So what's my biggest? It'll be Pozic as a 40-32. Smallest will be a one-hit wonder, which is a 16-8. And we are, of course, going to Shadow Step Lor'themar Thuron. Honestly, it might be responsible to save Shadow Steps for Astalors at this point. But, like, I feel like I would just be ashamed to not continue bouncing Lor'themar Thuron at this point. Fairly strong. That is a 7 mana 7/7. Probably pretty hard for the opponent to play. Only 3 mana, but there's so many ways Priest can kill this 9 health minion. Okay, Shard of the Naru on a single target is pretty bad. That's a big-ass turtle. 3280. Pretty big. I think I'm going to play my 3280 turtle. Whoops. Whirlpool does catch my other festival security, unfortunately. $32,128. What a card. I think this is getting played for stats here. I think it's fine to play this. There's the reason to avoid playing this is that I can Finley to I can bury, you know, a garbage 4/8 and get, you know, something that has 32 times its stats. But I think it was pretty good there. It kills that minion, which clears the way for Astalor to maybe just be lethal. Oh no. Is this game gonna end in the most anticlimactic way possible? I just kill them with Astalor? Alright, got him.
My sorcery will prevail.
I will carve out notes with every strike.
What a stinky, stinky hand. Hey, it's my good card. And a good early game to go with it. In fact, my good card is probably my worst card. Oh, it's Secret Mage. Definitely not a Lor'themar Thuron matchup. Oh wait, this card keeps working, doesn't it? I was thinking it was a battle cry. Should have coined hero power. Spectral Trainee. Is that a real card? Well, as much as I would like to coin out Lor'themar Thuron, I think with Posic and School Teacher, I probably am supposed to coin a 4. That delays my Posic, but they didn't get an audio bot out of their hand, so I think it's fine with me.
Who here can spell Zinjari? Anybody?
Mixtape? I don't imagine Mixtape being very good. Let's just take something to kill a minion. Next turn can be Alchemist, Potion Belt, Concoction, Eviscerate. Pretty good turn.
It'll be our little secret.
Cool. Got an audio bot. Rush Lifesteal. Card draw is always nice.
Pick me! Pick me!
That's fine. Shadow Step for my Lor'themar Thuron if I think that's good. Maybe I should trade off my 4-1 instead of having 2 1-health minions against the deck that apparently plays Spectral Trainee. But I did see a Trainee already. But why do they play Spectral Trainee? Is it because they play Holotech and they also play Shooting Star, maybe? 4-1 also dies to hero power? I don't know. Seems like a reasonable trade there.
What's troubling you?
This thing has poisonous now, so I can kill the 4-4 quite easily. And then clean up with Festival Security. I mean, it's not, like, that good, but it's pretty decent. I think there's actually a world where I get to play Lor'themar Thuron next turn. And I do have 2 Shadow Steps in hand. Assuming the Shadow of Demise gets to stay that way. Oh, but we are not playing Lor'themar Thuron into that secret. Doesn't appear to be counterspell. So this ghoul probably dies, but does it get its effect? It does not, but that's fine.
Our gift of the arcane enlightens us.
Alright, well that's 2 objections down. So I can just play Lor'themar Theron into any secret now.
Our gift of the arcane enlightens us.
I'd love to draw a breakdance, probably. Not playing that secret? Oh, Infinitize, sure. That does make sense. So many Shadow Steps. I don't really think I can Shadow Step my Lor'themar Theron here, unfortunately. I need the minion in play. But if it lives and gets to value trade, there's definitely a world where I can Shadow Step it next turn. But I can also Shadow Step Armor Astalor.
Our gift of frost shields us.
Speaking of Armor Astalor. Rabatoa is a hell of a card. If I Shadow Step Lor'themar Theron, it costs 5. It would be really, really hard to play it again this turn. Ooh, Breakdance. Oh, Breakdance is so good. So I go here, I Shadow Step, I play it again, I Breakdance, I go in here. I have 8 health in play. I'm not gonna die to Astalor. Alright, I'm doing it. This Talon does draw a Ziliax now, so shouldn't be too hard to find some healing. Might just go Astalor Talon here, as much as I would like to play another Lor'themar Theron.
Gifts of the arcane surge within me.
Oh, that's scary. What an insane card for them to have, potentially.
It'll be our little secret.
You know, I could go Lor'themar, Finley, and try to hit Audio Medic.
Is unclear.
I have 6 shots at 12 cards. The Audio Medic would be so big.
For a master tactician, this is nothing.
Just give me an Audio Medic. You love to see it.
Feel that healing beat. Step this.
I am feeling really good about my odds of winning this game now. That's an insane random card for them to have. I do have another Audio Medic, though.
Our gift of fire empowers us.
And this is not even that scary now. Okay, but eat some shots, Finley. That only hit Finley 3 times. They hit my Lor'themar Theron 6 times. Oh, Festival Security. Festival Security has a huge butt here. And I can get a bunch of stuff with Putricide.
Here's something like perspective.
Oh, just an Ice Barrier. Okay, that was probably the least scary card it could have been. Casual 32 power. Naga Man.
Pick me, pick me.
Go get him, Festival Security. killed their whole board and still has 27 health. Hard to imagine Mage being able to win from here, and that's definitely the Desperation Infinitize. But, I mean, they could have, like, solid Alibi. Okay, they're super dead.
Corona versus Sai. Finally, a real fight.
I will carve out notes with every strike.
School Teacher's probably a fine card. Maybe I should have kept the 3/3 Rusher against possibly aggro. I was assuming it would be blood, and it is blood, but it definitely could have been aggro. Okay, so I've played this matchup once before, and I lost because I, through some series of events, randomly generated a Firelands portal, which gave me a Tony, which swapped decks with my opponent, and then they drew like 10 cards from my deck. And that was traumatic. So hopefully we can just have a normal game here. I can play Lor'themar a few times, buff my deck, which I will actually get to play all 30 cards out of, and we can have a good time.
My blood for the Lich King!
I don't want to burn the coin. I want to Lor'themar Shadow Step on 6.
The citadel stands strong.
I don't think I ever play this. Divine Shield. Divine Shield's pretty decent, but I think School Teacher is going to be the way to go. Cheat Death. If it was just Cheat Death not attached to a secret, it could be good with Lor'themar. Although I guess Cheat Deathing and Noggling that cheats Death isn't really that bad. It's probably still just Mic Drop, though. Wind Fury.
The more you'll struggle, the better.
My blood for the Lich King!
The Rush Wind Fury could be okay. Just kill both of those with a dagger, keep my 4/2 around. Yeah, that's fine. Save the Mic Drop for when the cards I draw are buffed. And don't pull my Lor'themar. This has Rush by default, not Poisonous. I believe this gets the discount, right? Because I killed another Vizier last turn. Oh, yeah, the 3/2 weapon. Alright, one Lor'themar buff online. Next turn, I can go Lor'themar, Noggling to draw 2, and then I'd be able to play a Shadow Step or a Breakdance if I happened to draw into either of those.
Our gift of the arcane enlightens us.
Might just be a Krakatoa turn, though. But I should probably Lor'themar while I have the chance. Astalor. Could go like Talon Astalor, or just double Astalor maybe. Wouldn't get the armor though. Let's just play this thing.
Pick me!
Alright, found myself a cute little 4/8. Save this concoction for when I play this concoctor so I can get the discount. This is a big ass School Teacher. This Talon draws a big-ass Ziliax, which could be good.
Our gift of frost shields us.
Oh, that's a large minion. I don't think prep is very good. Is it too much to play audio medic here? Is that too good of a soul stealer for the opponent? It's probably fine, right?
Our gift of the arcane enlightens us.
I don't know. Kind of feels like too much. No soul stealer. Oh, the desperation Finley.
Who here can spell Zinjari? Anybody?
I am threatening lethal with my Krakatoa, by the way. Okay. Fair. Bounce around. This was a Ghostly Strike. Ghostly Strike's actually pretty good here. I don't think I'm gonna bounce around here. This bounce around might be dead. Maybe it's good with Astalor at some point, but not here, I don't think. Deal 3. Big ol' Ziliax.
Pick me! Pick me!
Not surprising. I think I'm just gonna bounce my Astalor here.
Our gift of frost shields us.
Could have got this minion first. Maybe it was good to bounce, but... well. Looks like a pretty mediocre minion. Wouldn't have mattered if I bounced it or not. I mean, I guess there weren't that many minions that were bad to bounce. Maybe I should have tried bouncing it. Might be time for my Ziliax to shine. Go ahead and bonk that without letting them heal. Searing Totem's good because I can trade it off with Putricide. Definitely the best totem here. This Talon draws Pozic, which should be a 2016 minion. That's annoying, but I do have a second Astalor. Why aren't they immediately playing Soul Stealer or Corpse Explosion? What is happening? That's not a Corpse Explosion attack. Oh. Sylvanas. Let's see what this can do for me. These aren't concoctions that kill things. That's a concoction that kills things. I think I'm just gonna play 2 of these.
Flame strike.
Could have Shadow Stepped Astalor, but I do have another Astalor I can Shadow Step. Maybe I should have Shadow Stepped it to play around Patchwork a bit.
The citadel stands strong.
Patchwork wasn't really that good here, though. It was only 1 in 4 to hit the Astalor in hand, and 1 in 4 to hit the Astalor in play. So pretty unlikely it would ever hit both, and it was pretty hard to kill my 6 health Astalor with only 3 mana. Festival security. Get him, festival security. And I, of course, get a lot of concoctions by doing this. 9 cards in my hand. I will Shadow Step Astalor now. It's more steppable with only 3 health. And this board kind of seems like it's getting cleared anyway. I can still theoretically play 4 Astalors, which definitely get the job done.
Your souls belong.
I do get my 3/3s out of this at least. This is an 8/12. What if I get you out of the way so that Astalor can go face? Two Astalors in hand with a Breakdance in deck. And Patchwork can only hit 1 of those 3. Sure. It's a lot of mana, though. You are dead, right? I have 16 in play, 14 from hand, and you're at 31. That's exacties.